Following our free educational materials, you learn English in a great way with ease and efficiency.
Have you figured out where you want to transfer to?
I can't think of where to go.
Where would you like to go to school?
I really don't know.
You can't think of anything?
I really like where I'm at now.
So, why don't you just stay here?
That may be what I'm going to do.
It's a perfectly good school.
You're absolutely right.
Do you know what you're going to do now?
I'm just going to stay at PCC.
How are you doing with your English language studies?
I think I'm making good progress.
Is it harder than you thought?
At first it was, but now I've got the basics. It's fun.
What's this then?
It's my geography, sir. The map of Africa you set us.
But this should have been handed in last Thursday.
Yes, I know, sir. I'm sorry.
Well, what's your excuse then?
My mother's been ill and I had to stay at home.
Oh, yes?
It's true, sir.
Okay, class. So today we are going to continue with our anatomy class. Today we will review everything we have learned. Can anyone tell me what the first major organ is?
The brain.
That's right, the brain. It serves as a control center for the body, handling the processes of the central nervous system as well as cognition. Then what major organ is in our chest?
The heart.
Very good. It pumps blood throughout the body, using the circulatory system such as blood vessels and veins. Now let's not forget that our lungs provide oxygen to our heart and body to keep us alive. Now what about the organs that help us digest food?
The stomach and intestines.
Very good. Let's not forget that the stomach is the one that breaks down our food and our intestines process that food and then expel the waste. Are we forgetting anything?
Yeah, our kidneys, liver and bladder.
Oh yes, you are right. Very important organs indeed.
So what do these organs do, teacher?
Well, Mum, they time for a break. We can talk about it when you get back. Would you like to go to work or continue your studies after graduation?
I think I will continue my studies. Now it's not easy for a graduate with bachelor's degree to get a job since there are so many graduates with master's or doctor's degree. We are likely to lose in competing with them in the job market.
So you will continue to study for a master's degree?
Well, I think so. But I am thinking of going abroad to get a master's and doctor's degree. If can get a Ph.D. abroad, it will be much easy for me to get a job at home.
How can you finance your education abroad? It is very expensive to study abroad.
I think I will try to get the scholarship since I really don't have so much money to study abroad. Actually now I am preparing for the TEFL and GRE exams. If I can get high marks in the two exams and if I am lucky enough, I may get a scholarship.
It could be pretty tough studying abroad, being so far away from home. I have a real problem when I meet people.
What is it? Maybe I can help.
I never know when to shake hands and when not to. Can you tell me something about it?
Do you come from a country where they shake hands?
Oh yes. Men, women, and children shake hands all the time.
It's very simple. Men shake hands, women and children don't.
But some women do shake hands. And now a lot of children have such good manners, they shake hands too.
Well, a good rule to follow is, for men you hold out your hand, for women and children, you wait and see what they do.
That sounds easy enough.
Sure, once you get the hang of it, it's a piece of cake. It's nothing to worry about.
My German teacher thought it would be a good idea to have German pen friends to write to in German.
What a great idea! Now you have a friendly audience to practice with.
The only thing is that my pen friend will be writing in English.
Oh, he wants to practice his language skills, too.
That's right. And it's AB that I'll be writing to. Her name is Olga.
Maybe Olga can introduce you to some of her friends who can write to you in German, and you can do the same for her with your friends to write her in English.
That's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that?
I don't know, but you know how to surround yourself with great friends.
You got a letter in the mail.
Give it to me.
What is it?
It's from NYU.
What does it say?
I didn't get accepted.
You can't be serious.
I'm serious.
Are you all right?
NYU was my first choice.
I'm sorry that you didn't get in.
I'll just have to wait for UCLA.
What were you and Richard talking about earlier? It looked intense.
Yeah, Richard said something to me that I didn't appreciate.
Oh, no, I know how insensitive he can be. What has he done now?
He asked me how long it took me to learn English.
But, you were born and raised in California.
Yeah, but I get that sometimes. It doesn't matter how many generations my family has lived in the U.S., we'll always be foreigners in their eyes.
What a racist. How can you stand working with the guy?
You know, Richard isn't such a bad guy. He made the comment out of ignorance, not malice.
So, what did you say when he asked you how long it took you to learn English?
I told him 28 years. And, he knows I'm 28 years old since I just celebrated my birthday last week. He was puzzled for a minute, and then he got it.
Are you sure he really got the message?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure since I then asked him how long it took him to learn English.
That's hilarious. What did he say?
He said, 36 years, and we both laughed about it. He apologized and now, it's all good.
I'm glad. I bet he won't make that mistake again. I give up. I simply can't learn French.
Why do you say that? I think you're making a lot of progress.
No, I'm not. I try and I still can't speak it very well.
Learning any language takes a lot of effort. But don't give up. Why don't we practice those dialogues together?
Good idea. That might help.
Matthew, do you know much about body language in countries around the world?
Sure. I've picked up a few things from traveling around for work. Why?
Well, I had a meeting today with a woman from Japan and she wouldn't stop bowing. I didn't know what to do.
Did you bow back?
No, I tried to shake her hand, but her hand was so limp I was a bit offended.
Well, Japanese businessmen and women typically bow to greet each other in Japan. She might have been offended by your strong handshake.
But she was in America. Shouldn't she have known that strong handshakes in America signify confidence and respect?
Things are different in Japan. You know, in some countries, making eye contact with others is considered rude.
Is that why she wouldn't look at me in the meeting?
I think it's highly possible, yes.
The meeting really didn't go down well at all. I think I need to read up about intercultural communication before I have another meeting with someone from another country.
That's a good idea. When you don't know much about other cultures, the simplest thing can offend someone.
That's so true. It's great that we see eye to eye on this.
Have you adapted to the lifestyle in China?
Yeah, almost. But there is one thing.
What?
I still wonder what privacy meant for Chinese people. I don't mean to say that there's no privacy in China, but
What is it?
some of my Chinese colleagues just share their personal stories in front of others.
That makes you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, we never do that in a public office.
Perhaps that's because we hold different ideas about privacy.
I have felt that. One day when I was in a queue, reading a newspaper story, the man behind me peered through my shoulder and stared at the newspaper I was holding.
Well, that's not rare. I've seen people reading at others' newspaper while taking a metro or a bus.
Just stare at the newspaper holding in the hands of the one next to him?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Are you studying any languages here?
Yes, I'm studying in the Foreign Languages department.
What are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in English.
Is it difficult to learn?
Yes, the language is hard to learn, but it's interesting.
Do you know anything about Britain and America?
I'm reading a lot of books about the two countries. I like the culture.
Right. It's important to learn the culture of a nation if you want to learn the language well.
You're right.
What do you like to do with your free time?
Study English.
You mean you like to study English? Why?
It gives me great satisfaction.
Studying English wouldn't give me any satisfaction. It's hard work.
I don't mind the work. I think it's worthwhile.
Here's a letter for you.
Let me see it.
Who's the letter from?
It's a letter from UCLA about my acceptance.
Read it.
UCLA accepted me.
Really?
I'm not joking. I got accepted.
I'm so happy for you.
UCLA was my second choice, but I'm happy knowing I've been accepted.
I am really proud of you.
You have no idea how proud I am of myself.
Where are you planning on transferring to?
I can't seem to make a decision.
Where do you want to go?
I honestly have no idea.
You haven't thought about it?
I like it here at PCC.
Why don't you just continue going to PCC?
I like that idea.
It's a great school.
I completely agree.
So, have you made your decision yet?
I'm staying right where I'm at.
Eric, how long will you be in China?
I don't know. Well, my contract here is for 1 year, and I don't know what I should do after that. Maybe going around for a while.
Well, have you ever thought about learning some Chinese?
Actually, I am learning that now. But it's too hard for me. You know, the 4 tones and the stuff. It really freaks me out.
Don't worry. All things are difficult before they are easy.
You hit the nail right on the head.
Well, are you invested in some language exchange program?
What is it?
It's where I teach you Chinese, and in exchange you teach me English.
Awesome. I've been giving this a lot of thought. When can we do this?
How about this Sunday?
Okay, cool.
Good. I'll give you a call tonight.
No problem.
Bye.
Is learning the English language your toughest challenge yet? Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.